Do you feel like you're carrying pain that isn't even yours? Like you're stuck in a loop of stories that started way before you were born? Sadhguru explains that there's something called inherited karma, energetic imprints passed down through your family line, repeating from generation to generation. And if you don't break the cycle now, your soul keeps dragging a burden that doesn't belong to it. In this video, you'll understand what family karma is, how it silently shapes your life, and how your awareness can free your entire lineage. You are born, but even before taking your first step, you already carry stories. Sadhguru teaches that family doesn't just transmit genetics, it transmits energy. Everything that wasn't resolved by your parents, grandparents, and ancestors remains recorded in the vibrational field of the lineage. And when you arrive, that energy is still active, waiting for someone strong enough to transform it. This family karma can manifest subtly: relationships that never last, recurring illnesses, causeless fears, patterns of scarcity, or emotional sabotage. You try to move forward, but something pulls you back. It's not just psychological, it's vibrational. It's as if your soul is carrying a silent pact with the pain of your lineage. And the most painful part? This karma has no face, but it has weight. It visits you in the form of repetition. And if you don't recognize it, you end up living the same story with different names. Therefore, healing begins with recognition, because what is repeated unconsciously only stops when someone decides to break the cycle with presence. You're doing everything right, but something keeps sabotaging your progress. You dream big, but hit an invisible ceiling. And maybe the most frustrating thing, it feels like your life hasn't even really started, because you keep fighting battles that don't even belong to you. Sadhguru says family karma works like an influence field. It doesn't force, but it conditions. And if you're unaware, you end up living your lineage's script, not your soul's. This prison is subtle. You think you're choosing, but you're just repeating. The same emotional pain your mom had. The same giving up your dad went through. The same silence your grandparents carried. All of this shows up as your personality, but underneath it is a pattern, an inherited storyline that's never been questioned. The cruelest part of family karma is that it doesn't yell. It settles in the silence, in the lack of questions, in the blind acceptance of, this is just how it's always been. But your soul feels the discomfort. That unease is your wake-up call. Because what you don't break, you pass on. And if you don't wake up now, the cycle keeps going, just under a different name. Not everyone in the family came to repeat the same old patterns. Some came to break them. And if you feel like you don't quite fit in, like you question everything, maybe your soul chose to be the healing link. Sadhguru says those who are most aware in the family carry the quietest mission, to transform what others could only endure. This role isn't easy. You feel more, question more, hurt more, because you're trying to walk while dragging chains that aren't even yours. But here's the secret. The link that breaks the cycle also frees the rest. When you start healing your emotions with awareness, you're clearing generations. When you stop repeating patterns with compassion, you're closing a collective chapter. And that's a sacred choice. You can keep carrying the weight or become the turning point. The one who doesn't deny the pain, but also doesn't pass it on. The one who looks with courage, welcomes with truth, and declares, "This ends with me." Because when a soul awakens in the middle of old conditioning, it doesn't rebel, it heals. Breaking family karma isn't about cutting ties in anger. It's about stopping the repetition with love. Sadhguru teaches that true freedom happens when you look at the past with compassion, but no longer live the same story. It's not about blaming your parents or ancestors. They did the best they could with the awareness they had. Now you get to choose something different. Freedom starts with presence. Watching the patterns, asking, is this mine or is it inherited? And with each answer, letting go. You can try tools like reconnection meditations, mindful journaling, or energetic affirmations. For example, I honor my lineage, but I release the pain that isn't mine. I choose my own frequency. What started before me ends in love through me. You don't need to destroy the tree. You just need to stop watering the roots of pain. And as you do, things start to shift. Your energy gets lighter. Your choices get clearer. Your presence becomes whole. Because now you're not carrying the past, you're leading your lineage into a new future. You are not here to repeat the past. You're here to heal, end, and set free everything that came before you. Watch now. Discover why you're suffering. Go beyond the intellect with Sadhguru. This video will help you uncover the roots of your karma and set yourself free with awareness. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep walking this path. Because when you choose to heal, your soul chooses freedom.